Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 82 of Direwolf20's Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode series. I think that digital miner is probably done working by now. Sweet. Today, I'd like to get this nuclear reactor up and running. So last episode, we set up a thing somewhere around here. It's on my Thaumcrafty side. Yes. We set up this nifty gadget, the thermal evaporation chamber, to turn the brine that we've got into liquid lithium. The liquid lithium is then rotary condensated into gaseous lithium, which is then piped into some solar neutron activators, producing tritium, which is one of the two fuels that we need. So I filled up an ultimate gas tank here, and I have another ultimate gas tank here ready to go. Now this guy over here is our heavy water separator. So basically they are pumps that will pump up heavy water for us, doing a pretty good job. And then that heavy water is piped directly into an electrolytic separator, which makes deuterium and oxygen. The oxygen is being voided and the deuterium is being stored in the gas tank. And now we have the two best fuels for a fusion reactor that are available in this pack, to my knowledge. And also useful because it's going to make an output of a material that we're going to need. So, as I recall, and I'm pretty sure this is accurate, I can throw a lever on the bottom of this thing. And that should be cool, because that'll give us an on-off switch. In addition, we're going to want some kind of output. So we're going to have to mess with this a little bit to learn this mod a touch. Also, in addition, between episodes, I spent some time working on the induction recipes, and I taught the AE system how to make ultimate induction coils and ultimate induction providers. So up until this point, we had, advanced in there? So we had one advanced induction coil, which supports 3.2 billion RF, and one advanced induction provider, which is 204,000 RF a tick. Right, and that's what's been in my induction matrix, which is getting really low. Holy cow. So what we're going to do here is replace what's inside this guy with the ultimate induction cell, which can store 204 billion RF, so a lot more storage, and the ultimate induction provider, which has a transfer rate of 13.1 million RF a tick. And we can improve this because we can put multiples of these things into the multi-block. So if we put another ultimate induction cell, we'd have 409.4 billion RF stored, right? And I taught the system how to make it. It's a lot. It's a lot of components. And wow, we don't even have enough osmium at this point, so I should probably throw osmium into my crafter there. But just look at how many alloys we need. 1,235 enriched alloy, right? Just to give you guys an idea of how much this is an expensive craft. 2,596 redstone just to make the induction cell, right? I think, and the induction provider. I mean, that's also shenanigans. So let's. What I think I'm gonna do is probably move this, because I don't love him being in the middle of my base, right? I'm probably going to want to move him and put him over by the reactor itself. And then once we have that nuclear reactor building submission, what I'll do is put the induction thingy all inside the building, right? Does that sound like a good... I hope this sounds like a good plan, because it's kind of what we're doing. Let's also sneak down here and see. Are you being stupid as usual? You totally... Why? Why? Every time I log out and log back in, this thing's all kinds of a mess. Hey, look who's hopefully working now. Yeah, here comes the stuff. All right. Not that it matters, because we're pretty much out of potatoes. Yeah, gas burning generators are really struggling, which is why we need this nuclear reactor up ASAP, so let's do it. All right, so first things first. I'm not sure if this thing will store its power, so we're going to find out about that. And I'm going to stick with, the 4x... whatever structure I've got going on here, 4x4, right? I mean, technically I could put the other induction ones in there, but it's really such a minimal improvement that it's not worth it, I don't think. Right? So what I think I'll do, clean that up. We're going to put this over here so that we can be right next to the thing when we're ready, right? So I kind of want you to be centered on this guy, but you're also a 4x4 structure, so centered is kind of a thing, right? I should really look into getting that Astral Sorcery perk that lets me use a pickaxe as a shovel. That would be a really smart idea that we will look at doing at some point, right? This was this, or was it 3x3? I think it was 3x3, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 3x3x4, right? I just noticed that when I place these blocks, there's no sound. And I'm like, that's weird. And I think what I'm going to do is have the induction port here. Okay. So that'll be the power going in. And then we'll put an induction port here. That'll be the power going out. Now here's the question. Did you store your stored energy? It did. Neat. But that's okay because we're not going to use it. Right? So we're going to put these guys in there. Boop. No, not you. You. Cool. And then I'm going to put these dudes away. Right? So this thing should now have a capacity of 204 billion RF. Right? And a transfer capability of 13.1 million RF a tick. That's awesome. So the point for generators is going to go on the top. That's going to be your input, right? So now you're inputting, you know, some RF, right? 19,000-ish. Then what we also want is this dude, right, to be output. Right? And then this guy here, and you should be outputting RF now. Nice. Sweet. So we're inputting and outputting the same amount. So now what we want is another flux plug, right? Or a point. I always forget. I mix them up, but I think it's plug. Adding energy to the network. Yes. So this guy's going to be on the generator's network, right? And he's going to be hooked up to the fusion reactor. Now, I also remember this thing needing a decent amount of energy to start his thing, and I'm just now realizing that we really don't have any power at all backstuffed, which is bad. Definitely bad. Definitely not a good thing. But let's see what happens. So step one, we're going to want to get the deuterium and tritium. Good to go. So your back is going to be output, right? And you're going to fill up with tritium. And your back. All right, let's... There you go. Wonder if there's a way to make that not have to happen. E-magnet's not powered. Right, because, yes. Yeah, because they need power. That's in here. Plans to fix this. I have apples, right? Should have apples. I do not have as many apples as I thought I did. That is cool. Okay, today I learned. We are going to need a healthy amount of biomass stuff. And we just need to give this guy a little kickstart. Now, I don't remember exactly how much we need, but I feel like in Modern Skyblock it was a lot of backstuff power that was needed for things to start behaving. So you go in there, right? And then you, sir, can have my apples and wheat. I don't think seeds work. Oh, right, wireless. Wireless is hooked directly into that thing. That is funny. That is a problem-ish. We might need to swap you right back here. No. Why are you not, why are you not connecting there? Shouldn't you connect? That's weird. What's going on here? Why are you not connecting? There you go. Much better. Okay, so now we just need to see a little bit of ethylene production go on here, and we should be cool. What else do I have that I can throw in this guy just to get the ball rolling? And if we need to do something, we need to do something. But we're going to see how much power is needed to kickstart this reaction. I don't know how much it is, but I feel like there's definitely some necessary. All right, let me go sleep through the night. What I'd like to have is a bunch of power buffered inside that thing. And what I might wind up doing is... How are you? You're powering the base, right? All right, let me do a little bit of figuring out what my next step is here, because I have to figure out how to get a large amount of power backstuffed pretty quickly just to manage this. And I don't think this is the solution, honestly. All right, so what I'm going to try is dropping this dude here. Now, he has how much power? Is that 19 million? Or is that 1.9 billion? I think that's 1.9 billion, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, it's 190 million. Right? So if I set you all out, right? So your temperature's climbing, so that's kind of a good sign. 486,000 per tick. Now, show recipes, optimal temperature, 1681. I don't know at what point we need it to get it going, right? I'm not sure what temperature is needed to start this bad boy. Where was deuterium and tritium? I know it was in here somewhere. Hydrogen, deuterium, and deuterium. Deuterium and tritium. There it is. So the optimal temperature is 816 megakelvin or million Kelvin. I'm not sure what that is, right? So hopefully we'll be cool. How are you doing? You're doing all right. Right? You're doing all right. So where's that power coming from? It's probably coming out of this energy cell over here. That is correct. That is correct. But if that's enough energy to kickstart this reactor, that would be cool, because it would mean that it would start generating power. So let's make sure that this guy is here, and he is on the generator's network, and he's going to emit power into this bad boy. And theoretically, what should happen is that once this thing kicks on, he'll start producing a ton of power for us that will rapidly start filling up this induction matrix and then sending power out to the rest of the base again to get us back up and running. All right, that's if we have enough power to start the fusion reaction, which I'm not 100% sure that we do. Not at all. I don't know if this is how high it needs to get. I mean, or what, but I guess we'll find out. So I guess I'll keep an eye on this for a little bit. Now, we can tick accelerate this if we feel like being, you know, dire wolfy. You're using a bit of power. You're going to get up to, I'm not sure how much. All right, guys. I am so hurting for power right now. I need this fusion reactor like nobody's business. E-magnet's not powered. That's a lie. All right, that's probably not much of a lie. I think what I need to do is make sure, are you online yet? Good. You infused power cell. Let's get you on this channel. I set up this, which is probably a little bit of shenanigans, but it's working. So I'm gonna put in on all sides for you, and I'm gonna get you guys charging up. And what I might even do, this will buffer me. How impossible would it be to get one of these? Doesn't look doable. What's another generator that I could like quickly tap into for a high amount of power, like real fast? Nether Star Gen's like a good burst of power for sure. What else we got? Generators. You know what else I can do? I have another idea. Another idea spring into mind. Wireless out of range, right? Is that because we lost power again? Probably. I want to, like, get this thing going. And we're super close to the power threshold we need to kick off the fusion reaction, and then we'll be good on power. But before I can get that, I need my watering can. Hey, get back here, you. There you are. What the what? Did my watering can literally just vanish? Or is it me? There it is. Okay, cool. Weird little desync there, for sure. Alright, back in a minute. Got some ideas. You know what I could probably even do faster? Yeah, bone meal might be quicker. I'm gonna throw those cooked potatoes in there even because they work too. Back in a minute, got some work to do. Alright guys, what I've kind of decided to do is feed all my ethylene directly into, or all my ethylene power and the solar panel I'm collecting, directly into just the power cell for now. And we'll have to rewire this a little bit when we're done with our fusion reactor. But all I want to do is get my fusion reactor powered up. Which, you know, we should be net gaining on power again, which is good. That's good. That's where we want to be. So all the power that I'm generating is going into getting this reactor, which I do think needs to hit 8 million Kelvin before it kickstarts. So I think we just have to be patient, but I think for the most part it's probably working right now. Now you guys should also, I probably should change you to a temp network. Okay. That will be just green. Okay. And then you guys can all be on temp as well. And the reason for this is I want to make sure that we also power these things here. So this should get all my rings powered, right? Because I'm basically trying to convert all the power that I have right now into doing what we need to do. So you guys should be lighting up, I would think. Maybe I'm wrong about that. What I could do is that. You can have a little bit of a net gain now. A little bit. That helps. That helps. That kind of prioritizes things a little bit. Because we need to have the rings powered as well. That's the big deal, right? So your temperature is going down again. Probably because we ran out of ethylene already. Yeah, we did. Holy cow, that goes fast. All right. I think I have to bone meal more plants. Be right back. All right, guys. I've come up with a relative solution here. Here you guys. All right, you should be cool. Nice. So that should be a thing. Ah. Okay. Be right back. It's slow, guys, but we're getting there. I just want you to know that we're making it happen. It is slowly but surely happening. Ooh, I just remembered. I have a flux capacitor in here with some power in it, right? I think I can do this. Is that working? Yeah, it is. Nice. Okay, cool. Still trying to get that thing. So my plan is to basically get it to 8 million Kelvin or whatever it is, right? And then once this guy hits that threshold, which we're getting kind of close to, right? Kind of close. Once we get there, then I'll make sure that the rings are active, and we should be cool to get fusion going. All right, guys, we're getting close here. I think the higher the temperature, the more energy is required to maintain the temperature, because we just hit a point where my temperature wasn't quite good enough to do what it needed to do. And I think we're going to be in trouble here in a moment, but I think we'll be cool. Come on, buddy. You're getting there. So you are pretty stabilized at this point. So I'm going to have to run some more stuff. All right, guys, we are super close here. Super close. So you are doing your power thing. You've got like just enough energy in here. I would really super duper appreciate it if you would behave and start. I wonder if I could, if I can get you to receive power on this face once the generator kicks on. Because we're like right on the edge. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Just a little bit more. We're producing it. Look, it's working. It's working. Nobody panic. Look, we have a net gain. We have a net gain. It's working. It's working. I think we're cool. All right, so you go there. Input is pretty low. But that's gonna ramp up. All right, let's clean up this giant mess that we have. Holy cow, that is shenanigans. Oh, and we're producing helium, right, and neutron fluid. I was not prepared to collect that. Prevent input overflow, void leftover fluid, void output overflow. Let's just do that for a minute, because I'm not prepared to collect helium just yet. I'm really more concerned about power, right? We're at like 2,000 RF a tick, so we're like ramping up on power gen. Let's get you. Actually, no, you stay. Let's get stuff. Let's get everything going before we go too crazy, right? So you're there. You're receiving. Let's get you plugged back in. So you should be outputting now. We're gonna reconnect all of our base so that everything's up and running. Can I have a couple? I definitely want a flux point or two, but I'd like a flux plug real fast. And we're gonna have to like rewire everything because I seriously cannibalized my entire base's setup just to make it so that I could get this power going. It took every ounce of resources I had, and at some point it was just me being ridiculous, right? But you are not going to have a transfer limit. You are not going to have a transfer limit. And you are not going to have a transfer limit, which means you should be producing lots of power for me, right? And energy's going out, so that's cool. Let's put you guys back on. I had a second temp network that I set up, believe it or not, which was I needed to make sure I was powering my biomass makers. Alright, so let's get you guys all back on Direwolf 20's network so I can get rid of the temp network. I may not entirely get rid of the temp network, but I don't think we're going to need it anymore. I might save it for, at some point I might need it. So that means that you can be Direwolf 20's network, but you can be removed. We shouldn't need you anymore. Nor you. Nor you. Okay. Cool. So we're voiding excess helium, which is cool. We're producing lots of RF a tick. Our tritium and deuterium are doing fine. Doing fine. Let's make sure that your side config is to input on the top for these guys. Because what I'm going to do changes some things here in a minute. But wow, was that shenanigans levels of close. Hey, input is 135,000 RF a tick. We are getting there for sure. And as our efficiency climbs, we're going to find more and more power production, right? So efficiency is at like 10% right now. That is awesome. Dude, you guys have no idea. Like, I literally used up, like, I snagged as many saplings as I could to power that generator. Like, so much stuff. It is just pure shenanigans how much I used to get that going. And it's good now. It's good now. I'm removing all the temporary stuff that we did. So you are a point, you are a point, you are a plug. You can be the generator's plug. Right? So you can send your power out to generators. You're not going to be needed anymore, buddy. And you can go back to Darrell 20's network, where you were before. I think I had an energy cell. Or a cube. Didn't I have a cube on this guy? I did. I cannibalized him a little bit. Wow, that filled up really fast. Flux plug, flux point. Right? So your side config is input on the top. And your side config is output to the left. So you guys should all be getting power. That was that temp network 2 that I told you guys about. You can go back onto Darrell 20's. And are you Darrell 20? Yes. Are you Darrell 20? Yes. That was that temp network that I told you guys about. Edit network, debug network, network statistics, network connections, network selection. Temp 2 can be deleted. Cool. And we'll hang on to temp just cause. I like that. All right, what else did I cannibalize and destroy here? You should be all in again. So you can be all in. That's cool, and that's cool. That gets our whole base back up and running. This was a temporary bit of wiring. And you can output to Darrell 20's network again, and we will do that with you. So you should be good on power, right? Enable limit, false. Not that I think you'll ever, you know, do more than 1,000,000 RF a tick, but, you know. Whew, we have nuclear fusion, dudes. How cool is that? Now, this thing should take a while to fill, even at the ridiculous rate that we're doing. Like, we already have 1 billion RF stored in here, which is cool, right? And we're producing 500,000 RF a tick, but we've got more to come. Oh, you know what else I have to clean up? I'm not even kidding when I'm telling you guys I pulled out all the stops, right? Like, all the stops. Can I vein mine this? No, because why could I? Like, I was looking for generators to use. I was testing the heat generator. Like, here's a power cell, an extra one that I had going on. I had a heated redstone generator that I tried to throw down and throw some lava and redstone in. Didn't quite produce as much power as I had hoped, so kind of gave up on it. So you can go away, you can go away, and you can go away. And over here, I got these solars from here, by the way. Hooray! Red particles is good. Hooray! Alright, sleeping through the night. Like, I'm not even kidding. I pulled out all the stops to make that happen. What else did we do? That's about mostly covers it, I think. So what I'm going to do now is I wouldn't mind some more gas tanks. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make, actually, let's get some more alloys. So we should be, like, really good on power now, right? So let's get 10 of you. Let's get 10 of you. Let's get 10 of you. Okay. And we're going to make 1, 2 gas tanks. 1, 2 gas tanks. Cool. Now, the way this is set, I should be able to... that, and that it. And you're getting your deuterium, and you're getting your tritium. Nice. So I set these up so that they would auto-output to the appropriate side, so that I could fill tanks, you know, this way. Okay, so now we've got tritium and deuterium. I'm going to configure you both to output to the bottom. Okay. And then when we want to, at some point, we're going to have to come up with a more automated way to maintain this, right? But at this point, you're deuterium, right? So you're tritium, you're deuterium. Like, this gas should last a while, to be fair, but, and then you're tritium, and you're tritium, so you should be cool. Okay, and that should be good. And we are currently producing almost 1 million RF a tick at this point. Nice. Coming in at 1 million RF a tick. Beautiful. Loving it. Awesome. All right, did I do any other base cannibalization for power? I guess I'll stumble upon it, and we'll see what happens. It's funny how you keep, like, spurting out power every now and then. I think a big part of it is this. Yeah, this guy is receiving energy, and this guy is probably dropping and then recharging. I guess that's where that 7,000 is coming from. Oh. But that should be cool. All right. So base, good. Not worrying about ethylene anymore. Frankly, what I should do is just that. And not even worry. Because this is producing such an insignificant amount of power compared to the fusion reactor. What I should do is let all this back stuff, right? And once it backstuffs, then we'll be good on power for a little bit. As a backup power source. I feel like I should have some kind of large amount of power storage for that guy, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. All right, so I just want to confirm, right? I give this block the redstone signal, and what happens? It shuts down. So the temperature is going down. The power and energy is 0. I turn off the redstone signal, the temperature goes back up. So the temperature drops pretty rapidly when I shut the thing down. So we're going to need to be aware of that, right? But at this point, we're at 1.2 million RF a tick, and it should continue to climb. All right, next episode, I'd like to get these guys in a better place, if possible, right? I think that that's an important next step for us. Because we're going to want to make sure that all our deuterium and tritium is going straight into those things, rather than needing to manually move them around, right? So you deuterium fill up, you tritium fill up, and hopefully we're producing more deuterium than we're using, and if we're not, then we're going to have to ramp up this whole electric pump setup, okay? But for now, I think it's wrapping up point. So Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next episode and do more crazy and cool stuff, specifically related to, well, now we have tons of power, right? So we're going to have to see, like, what we want to do next. But I think there's plenty that we can come up with. All right, guys, take it easy.